In the last vlog, we talked about stress being a normal part of life. It's healthy for us to experience some stress. Muscles, for example, only become stronger when we stress them. But if they experience too much stress, they can tear. That switch from healthy to unhealthy can indicate we're in distress instead of just stress. And that's something we would prefer to avoid. So let's explore one coping mechanism that might help us avoid getting to that state. Getting back to nature.
I was starting to sense my anxiety rising this week. This happens regularly when my to-do list keeps getting longer instead of shorter. It also happens when I take on too many burdens that God hasn't asked me to. Like, I love praying for people, and I love when they trust me by sharing their needs. But sometimes, instead of taking those needs to the Lord in prayer, I start to carry them as my own. Next thing I know, I'm ruminating over things over which I have no control. Then I get irritated at unresponsive doctors, or frustrated at a person's irresponsible choices, or rail at the unfairness of tragedies, or worry about what might happen, or 100 other things. So I said to Mike, "Can we go to the woods tomorrow?" When my mind is running 100 miles a minute, spending time in nature has an intense calming effect on me. Trees and lakes and rivers remind me of God's awesome creation instead of the broken things of life.
So this morning we drove to a state park and rented 2 paddleboards. We putzed around the lake for a couple of hours and enjoyed the tree-covered shores, entertaining birds and jumping fish. And my amazing hat, by the way. Perfect temperatures, but a little windy, which actually made the water a little bit choppy, and this worked out to our advantage. See, they don't allow swimming in this lake, but Barb wanted to swim. So when she was standing up and the wind kicked in, it knocked her off balance, and she got to take a swim anyways. And that actually made it a fun day for me.
And after a couple hours of exercise and rest, because sometimes we just lied down on our paddleboards and floated, I was the most relaxed I've been in weeks. I'm tired, but in a healthy sort of way, and that keeps my mind from hyper-focusing on all the things that have troubled me recently.
Throughout the Gospels, Jesus took time away in nature to talk with God. The night he faced his biggest stress, he retreated to a garden. In Mark chapter 6, he told his disciples to come away from their busy ministry to a secluded place and rest for a while. Science even has names for this, like ecotherapy or nature therapy. And it's proven to be a big help for many people dealing with stress and even PTSD.
But I want to add a little footnote here. Studies have also shown that about 15% of people find it more stressful to be outdoors because of allergies and bugs and temperatures. I just want to say that it's okay if you're one of those people. Next vlog, we'll look at some other ways to manage stress. Thanks for trekking with the Foxes.